Hello everyone, the Chart Guys have been working on an introductory technical analysis course for quite some time now, and after surveying hundreds of traders with what would be the most sought after information regarding technical analysis, we came up with this course, When to Enter and Exit. It covers over 5 hours of the basics on when to enter and exit, and we feel after watching this course it will help build a foundation of technical analysis knowledge which will eliminate a lot of the uncertainty in the world of trading stocks. So the course outline, we go over the psychology of trading, establishing a game plan, the different indicators we use to signal a bullish and bearish entry, how to recognize support and resistance levels, poor entries, where traders make mistakes, exit targets, how do you know where to sell your trade, where to place stop losses, that's very important, minimizing losses is what keeps you in the game long term, my personal preparations, how I go about getting ready for each trading day, and then piecing it all together, utilizing all the information we just learned and how to apply that in the real world for making successful, profitable trades. As a bonus, we also include a lot of information on finding entries and exits utilizing patterns, and you can find these patterns on every time frame on pretty much any stock and commodity trading, and certainly being able to recognize those patterns can give you an edge as well. So we hope you will check this out. Again, it's an introductory level course. So if you are new to technical analysis and trying to get a firm grasp on things and feeling a little bit overwhelmed, then this course is for you. I hope you check it out. Appreciate you watching. Looking at the market rundown heading into Tuesday, January 17th. So starting with the S&P 500, we had bullish follow-through on Thursday. We saw a big dump to the downside, but the bulls turned things around and bought that dip and closed up near the high of the day, once again defending that middle Bollinger Band support for the second day in a row. We saw some follow-through on Friday with a move very close to a new all-time high. We came within about 0.3%. Did see a little bit of profit taking by the end of the day. You can see that little lower wick. So these Bollinger Bands are now beginning to widen out a little bit after they got very tight. And you can see we've rejected from this upper Bollinger Band resistance a couple times. So this is creating some space to the upside for the bulls to hit a new all-time high. As long as we keep holding this middle Bollinger Band, the bulls are in control. And we're just one bullish day away from that all-time high. So key support is the low from Thursday, 22.54. And that all-time high is 22.82.10. And we'll see if we can get a new all-time high this coming week. Inside candlestick on the weekly time frame, which means we're going to be watching that range as it is a tightening range. And it's 22.54 support, that level I just pointed out. And then 22.79 is the high of last week. And if we get a break of that level, it is very, very likely that we get an all-time high that week, as that will be a bullish indication of the inside candlestick break to the upside. Looking at IWM, also buying the dip on Thursday, remaining in this channel, although we did break the low from Fed Day of 134.26, which was a key support level, and we had been trading above that level for a month. The bulls bought the dip off the lower Bollinger Band support, so we are continuing to close above that level. It would be a close below 134.59 that would tell us that a breakdown of this channel is going to occur, but as of right now, the bulls are still holding on. We saw some follow-through Friday as well, and a little bit of an upper wick. All-time high is up at 138.25. IWM hasn't hit an all-time high in over a month, while the S&P 500 and QQQ have. So the Bollinger Bands are still very tight here. You can see the S&P 500, they're starting to expand. Not so the case for IWM. They are still very tight. So I'm watching the low 133.59 support. And we don't have an inside candlestick on the weekly time frame here because of that lower wick dipping below the low of last week. So I would be looking at resistance, the high of Friday, 136.97, then on up to 137.96, the high of the previous week. So the weekly chart for IWM absolutely looks like bullish, normal, healthy consolidation, and that's a bullish candlestick last week, showing the bulls buying that dip, still maintaining exponential support, and looking for a new all-time high in IWM sometime in the near future. QQQ is the lead strong market of the three, and new all-time high. Again, we keep saying this very often. New all-time high 3 out of 5 trading days last week. So it was a bull flag pattern. I just did a bull flag video, and we had a half dozen examples. QQQ could have gone on there as well because we had the breakout, consolidation, lower wick showing bulls buying the dip on consolidation, closing near the high of the day, and then there's that continuation and a new all-time high. Upper Bollinger Band did reject the price, 123.41, so we'll have to keep an eye on that level. Clearly, it's ascending a lot more rapidly than the other two. And resistance, the new all-time high, 123.37, and then psychological levels because we have no previous price history at these levels. So it would be 123.50, 124, 124.50, and so on. Weekly time frame breaking out above the upper Bollinger Band, increase in bull volume. Pretty much everything the bulls want to see here. This is a beautiful chart. And we're going to have to update the weekly upper Bollinger Band next week to see if the bulls can maintain that support level and continue in breakout mode. So we've seen lots of strong tech names. I just mentioned that bull flag video I did. A lot of those names are tech names. Because QQQ is so strong, we can assume that the tech sector is really strong, with it being more than 50% of the holdings in QQQ, and new all-time highs aplenty. So that's what we've got heading into next week. S&P 500 is just one good day away from a new all-time high. And watching to see, I bet IWM, it would be my opinion that IWM is going to follow the S&P 500. I would be fairly surprised to see IWM hit a new all-time high without the S&P 500 doing so first. So that's what we're watching. I appreciate you watching. Have a great long weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday.